We're on.
We are on for
Oh,
the post bye week edition of this little conversation that you and I have, Jeff.
that's right. Coming off a big win.
So it was a win. It was a win. But before we dive into Lions football, you played a little footy ball yourself today. In that you were doing the old kickball.
Oh yeah, I didn't really do. I didn't do anything.
You don't. You.
I did I did one kick. And nothing happened. They caught. I hurt my thumb yesterday hopping a turnstile on the subway. Like I just went to jump the turnstile, and I don't know. I'm fatter now, so my thumb couldn't take the weight. So I just went and I sprang my dang thumb.
You think that's karma related? Do you think that's on you? That's
Yeah,
your
I probably
fault.
should have. Yeah, if I would have paid for the train, it wouldn't have happened. But the train was there. I didn't have any money on my card. I was like, I'll just hop it. And I just hopped the turnstile, like looking cool in front of my friend. I wanted
It
to.
looked cool.
Usually I go under. I'll crawl under it. But this, I was like, I hopped it like cool. And I was like, I hurt my dang thumb. So I
New
kicked
York,
it. That was
the
it.
new
Kicked the ball.
the New York equivalent of trying to slide across the hood of a convertible or
Oh
something,
yeah,
or
yeah.
like.
You screw up, you just fall on your face. Yeah, that's what it was. Like I was like, I'm just gonna hop it and not pay for this free ride.
Did you
And
make
then
did you make the train?
Oh yeah, I made the train. Yeah, I sat on the train and went, ah. I just sat there doing that for the whole ride. Yeah.
People looking at you like, this is not the weirdest thing that's going on.
Yeah, and then more train karma today.
But I mean, honestly, if you think about it, your thumb's sprained and swollen, which means it's bigger to hitchhike with, more visible.
That's true. Yeah, I can stick it out and then I can hitchhike, but I can't put any pressure on it. So if I ever get into a fight to the death and you gotta like squeeze their eyes, like they did in Game of Thrones, I wouldn't be able to do this one.
You'd also be throwing punches like this.
Yeah, I got to punch like that. My video game skills are gonna fall drastically.
All because you wanted to look cool.
Yeah, because I want to look cool and save some money. So this is what I get.
You know who looked cool yesterday was the Detroit Lions.
Oh my goodness, everybody looked good.
I mean, they came out on that first drive. What we were looking at, a 34-16 win. That's a statement win. 34-16.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be closer because we always played at the level of whoever we're playing. I was like, this will probably be close, but I think we're going to win. And then they came out and they're like, you know what? Our coach may be a rapist, but gosh darn it, we're here to save his job. Because his job was on the line, which I think they should do that for every game.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Coach talked a lot about plugging holes, even though the other team didn't want it to happen, and he spoke from experience, and that resonated with the team, because if you look at it, you got James Robinson, undrafted rookie running back for Jacksonville. First undrafted rookie running back to ever start a game week 1. And Jacksonville has been the 10th, around the 10th best rushing offense in the league. We were 31st, like the second worst rush defense in the league. And we came out and just,
we stopped that run. They couldn't
immediately.
Run. They couldn't. They got 50 yards or something?
They ran, I have the statistics here, and I was trying to look at my notepad, but why would I do that when I have the website open? They ran for 44 yards on 16 carries, 2.8 per rush.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Which I'm wondering, how the heck did we stop it? Because we haven't been able to stop any, but what changed?
What changed was, they essentially, I think they love having 2 weeks to prepare for a game. 1 week's just too much pressure. I don't have enough time to draw up all the X's and O's and motivate the guys. Whereas 2 weeks, let's see, over the course of the season before week 6, we ran a man coverage on 71% of our snaps, whereas yesterday we only did 39 and ran a zone for 61% of the time. And we also pressured them on 34% of their dropbacks 14 pressures on 44 snaps, whereas that's 34%. Up until then, we'd only been pressuring on 16%. And I think what it came down to is we weren't generating any kind of pressure or pass rush before. And this week we blitzed substantially more.
Yeah, it was
than we
a
have the rest of
wild
the season.
amount of more blitzing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what – I mean, we've been saying, like, you need to blitz more. Like, you go into Lions subreddits and everyone's saying, why aren't we blitzing? And all of a sudden he's like, oh, maybe he finally got on Reddit and he's like, oh, look what they're saying. He did what everybody else has been saying.
I don't think Matt Patricia survives a trip to Reddit. I think
but he does look like a Reddit guy.
Life. Yeah, if Matt Patricia weren't sporting Detroit Lions gear, you know he would be in just the baggiest sweatshirts covered in Dorito crumbs, looking at his computer in his mom's basement.
Yeah, just surfing the internet with his big beard, his big gut. Like, well, I used to coach a football team. Now I just shit post.
Just trolling everyone on Reddit with incredible, like, just constant misspellings and
he probably would be a good troll too, because he's a troll to the Detroit sports media.
Yeah, I think he is a troll to the and the Detroit sports fan base, because there are people out there saying now, well, what are the odds that the Lions end up making the playoffs now? And, we could go 13-3. And every time the Lions win a game, it's like everybody just believes, oh, okay, we're going to win now. We're the best that we've ever been.
Good. I mean, I'm right back into my 10-6.
Yesterday, you were like, okay, I think, we're probably going to finish 7-9 and we're going to end up having to keep him for another year. And then within an hour and a half, you texted me like 10-6, just within that time, 3 more wins.
10-6, baby. That's it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, this team is finished. We're complete. Everybody's playing fantastically. Even Jared Davis did okay.
Well, that's because he had very limited opportunities to screw up, because yesterday he only played 11 snaps.
Yeah, he only had 11 snaps. But if that's like what we got to do, just give him 11 snaps, limit everybody.
He's a situation. I'm not sold on this win. I'm not.
You're not sold.
I think we came
Why
in
not?
And
tell me about it.
Jacksonville is a team at 1-5 who, since before the year, they're getting rid of all their best players, and they're on that whole tank for Trevor mentality, trying to get Trevor Lawrence. So we go in, we play a 1-5 team. We beat a team we were supposed to beat. They did not have a number of their starters on defense. Their receivers dropped multiple 20-plus yard receptions that would have been game changers. And if you go back and watch the tape, there were some calls that were made in favor of the Lions to where you thought Detroit's home stadium was Jacksonville. It was like we were playing with some sort of home field advantage.
We did get a couple good calls.
Yeah. I'm just not sold.
You're not sold.
Not even a little bit.
Okay. Did you see any positives?
I did see some positives. And
what are your positives? Give me Zach's. This is where we need like an info thing. Zach's positive takes.
Well, before we get into Zach's positive takes, I want to ask you, genuinely, buy or sell, is this season turned around?
Yes.
You genuinely think 10 wins?
I think so. They said when the interview, they were like, Matt Patricia, he got to the team and they all talked and the bye week, and then it was a very cleansing experience for all of them. And they said, you know what, we're going to restart. We're going to get down to basic and simplify the defense. And they came out, and that's what it looked like happened. It looks like a different team. Looks like they all kind of like chilled out, and they're like, you know what, let's actually play well. And I think they needed the week off to really clear their heads. I think they were too worried, trying to do something too much. And this was a nice – and then now this win, it was a big win. It was a stomping. It wasn't even like we barely got it. It was like, no, we're much better than a 1-5. We'll destroy those teams. And I think it's going to build our confidence. I think DeAndre Swift –
positive.
Really showing up. I mean, 2 touchdowns over 100 yards. We haven't had one of those in a decade.
Well, let me tell you what he did.
He had great running.
He's very decisive with his running. He's elusive. He's confident. He hits holes. He had 14 carries yesterday for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 3 catches. They only went for 7 yards, but he ended up touching the ball 17 times. That is an 8.3 average when you include the 54-yard run that he had. Now, if you take that 54-yard run away, do his numbers get incredibly hurt? They do not. He ended up still having if you take that 54-yard run away, he ended up running the ball 13 times for 62 yards, which is still a 4.8 average.
So that's great.
And
this team is always I always thought that this team is a run game away.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had a run game. Stafford's always had to put it on his back, carry it, and throw. And that is too fast. Defense get gassed because you score too quickly that way, or you have a lot of 3-and-outs with missed and dropped passes. If we can get a run game, and I saw one, 10 wins.
We got a run game. DeAndre Swift was on the field for 29 offensive snaps. That's 38%. Second, he was first. Second was Adrian Peterson with 27 snaps. That's 35%. Then Jason Kambinda, our fullback, was on the field for 20 snaps, 26% of the time. And then Kerryon Johnson on the field for 11 snaps. That's only 22. And he got 4 runs for 9 yards and 1 catch for 11.
Yeah, Kerryon Johnson is our new Theo Riddick.
Yeah. Well,
he's good at pass pro. He's a good pass protection guy.
Yeah.
Very good at it, which was what Riddick was. And he's a third down. He can catch it and run. Well, I mean, he's supposed to. But like that's all. I don't think he's not a runner. Swift is our running back.
Swift looked very, very good. First rookie running back in a Lions uniform with 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns since 1989 by a fella by the name of Barry Sanders, who had 26 carries for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Chicago Bears.
Does this mean he's our new Barry Sanders?
Well, he averaged more yards per carry than Barry did on that particular statistical anomaly.
So I'm going to say it. This is the next Barry Sanders.
I hope you're right. Unretire number 20. Give him number 20.
Yep, give him number 20. I'm saying it now. I saw it during the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is going to be one of the greatest running backs of all time.
Mind you,
I just needed one game to see it.
Mind you, a lot of their linebackers and starting defensive linemen were out. But
sure, but you know what? I just watched the movie Moneyball, and I just look at numbers, and the numbers show me he's about to be just the next Barry Sanders, Walter Payton. Eat his dust.
He is graceful out there. He is. He's got a real Gale Sayers sweetness about him, doesn't he?
Yeah. Did you see that sweet? When he ran into the. What are their big defensive guys? He just trucked him like the guy was running, just knocked him down.
I do not recall that play. I thought you were going to say the jump over the goal line. I mean, he got
jump
up
over
and
the goal
over.
line was fantastic. And then his second touchdown, he brought their D line with him.
Yeah.
And granted,
I like him.
Second, they're not like they're all pro guys, but he can carry those guys. He can punch through some first rounders. It's a first string D line. And the one when he ran through a gap, he shot through, and there's a guy ready to stop him. I can't remember if he was a safety or what.
He's not very tall, and he can see these holes. You're absolutely right. He sees these holes, and he cuts back very fast. I would like to also give credit to the left side of the offensive line. I maintain, we've talked about it every week, Frank Ragnow, Jonah Jackson, and Taylor Decker are a terrific left side of the line. Now, yesterday, we were doing, for whatever reason, Jonah Jackson has been – that 54-yard run that Kerryon Johnson had, the guy that paved the way for him was Jonah Jackson.
That was Jonah Jackson?
That was Jonah Jackson opening up that hole. That said, he's playing so well at offensive guard, and he's been consistently our best rookie overall, despite what DeAndre Swift did yesterday. Now, all that said, for whatever reason, they brought back a guard rotation yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think because I heard that somebody was getting dehydrated.
Tackles. The tackles were getting dehydrated, not the guards. The guards played Frank Ragnow at center, obviously played 100% at center, 77 snaps. Jonah Jackson played 77% of snaps. Ode Abuche played 60% of snaps. Joe Dahl played 44% of snaps, and Vaitai played 32% of snaps. They pulled Jonah Jackson, arguably our most consistent lineman of the year. They pulled him out and didn't have him play for multiple series.
You was thirsty.
Ah, you keep Jonah in the game. You keep Jonah Jackson in the game, and you run a damn Gatorade bottle out to him. They have water boys for that.
He was thirsty. That's what Patricia's like. His beautiful coaching style is. That like that's his genius mind being like, someone's getting a little thirsty out there. Pull him, get him a glass of water, and that's why we won.
Just a glass of water. A little mason
jar
of water.
Just have a little glass of water. Like, thanks, I was thirsty.
Now, despite the guard rotation, the offensive line did not give up a sack yesterday, and that includes a tackle by the name of Matt Nelson, who played 60% of the snaps because Crosby did get dehydrated. Matt Nelson is a converted defensive lineman who has never played tackle before yesterday.
Really? And he held his own.
He held his own. He gave up 2 pressures, but no sacks.
That's pretty good. Well, that's what happens when you keep your line hydrated. One guy was like, thirsty. And he's like, get out there. You been drinking your water? And he's like, I've never played offensive tackle before. And he's like, I don't care. Are you hydrated? And that's all you need. You just need to keep your lines just quenching their thirst. And they'll block.
I'm never going to look at a huddle the same way based on what you just said. I'm going to see a huddle. I'm going to see those linemen in front, and I'm just going to think they're saying things in that tone. Thirsty.
Yeah, that's what they'll get the huddle. And Stafford goes, okay, who's thirsty? Who needs a drink? I go, I need a drink of water. Can I go? And like, all right, coach, he needs a glass of water.
They're just real sassy about it.
And it's always the coach goes, here's your glass of water. They just get a little glass of water, like a mason jar. Oh.
That becomes the reputation of the Lions too. Around the league, people are just talking about, yeah, I know the teamwork's hard, but do you see how much those water boys are just running all over the place?
Yeah, they're looking at that. Coach, how come you never get us a glass of water?
Yeah, and they are glasses. Everybody else is using bottles, but the water boys are running. Don't spill any. Don't spill any.
They're actual glasses from a kitchen cupboard. Here's your glass.
All of a sudden, you see Matt Patricia just chewing out water boys because they spilled a little drop. Do it again. Running laps.
Yeah, you got to keep your team hydrated. They were all hydrated. Some got thirsty. He pulled them out, gave them a glass. They got back in. Wow, we had a run game. We had a line.
And this is the first time since 2013 that we had a rusher with over 100 yards and a receiver with over 100 yards.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Galladay.
First time since 2013.
Woo, Galladay, baby.
Pay that man his money.
I know. You got to pay him. You got to pay him his money.
Did you see what he said on Instagram?
Yeah, I saw that.
He goes, this shit's going to cost you or something?
Yeah.
And it should.
Big plays like, you want more plays like this, it's going to cost you or something? Yeah.
And why wouldn't it when he was targeted 6 times yesterday, had 4 receptions for 105 yards. The next closest receiver was Danny Amendola, 2 for 31.
Wow, really? Yeah, Marvin Jones is falling off.
Where is he? I mean, yeah, he's got he had 2 receptions for 8 yards yesterday, and he was targeted 5 times.
Yeah, I think Marvin's losing his step. He's becoming a little old man.
That's a shame because this is his contract year.
Oh yeah, he's losing a step. Maybe we can get him back for cheap. You can throw him in the slot maybe, but I don't think he's a outside speed guy anymore.
No, I'm with you.
I don't think he gets the separation. He used to run out and you'd see him. He'd be like 5-10 yards in front of the cornerback, and then he'd throw deep and he'd catch it, and it was all cool.
Yeah.
He can't do that anymore. He breaks his little bones. He's not drinking enough water.
Well, you know what? Maybe he's just out there thinking about his potential career as a singer. Everybody wants you to know he tried out for American Idol. He's out there singing with, the dude's got pipes.
Really?
Yeah, he can sing, but he cannot catch a ball this year. So
maybe it's time to turn. Yeah, maybe focus on your singing career. He becomes a famous singer. It's like, good Lord, man, you need any more money?
He takes over for the Lions fight song guy. He takes over,
nice.
Does a more soulful version of Forward Down the Field, and he's just got all this emotion.
He's putting his voice into it. Forward down the field. It's like a 3-minute long chant.
He's got backup dancers that are dancing like the Temptations.
Yeah, the Lions victory.
I want to see that so bad.
That'd be beautiful. Oh man, this is the best. That's the best sighting.
That would be. That would really ease the pain of all the losing. I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But do you hear that singer? He's got like a real church organ, like a pipe organ behind him. It's just a real situation. They're in flowing silver and blue robes. He's got a whole choir behind him.
That'd be nice. I don't know. Do we still have the hard hat guy?
I mean, we
singer?
did last year, but I don't know if we do this year because there's no one
around?
in there. I don't know if he's essential.
Oh yeah, they should let him. I hope.
I agree.
There. I really hope that there's no fans, but he's allowed to hear that terrible song, sing that awful song.
Because that's a great morale booster for the team.
I don't know. It's such a bad song.
A Lions victory. Go Lions.
It's so dorky.
And on the back of his jersey, it just says gridiron.
Yeah, gridiron.
None of it makes sense.
Yeah, give me some Marvin Jones with some beautiful pipes.
So those were some positives, though. That's DeAndre Swift, a positive. Kenny Galladay, a positive. The offensive line, a positive. Hydrating the players, a big positive. Marvin Jones as a singer, a real positive. I would like to say that the offensive line did commit 5 of our 7 penalties yesterday. So while they did play well, they were a little bit sloppy.
Oh, I mean, Lions offensive lines will always get 1 or 2 holding calls, even if they don't do, because the refs are like, I don't know.
Just Lions.
Fun. Yeah, they always go, I don't know, Lions holding. We always get one, and every time they're like, I don't know, it's kind of a hold. And they just like, people are like, I don't know, Lions haven't held in a while. Let's make them hold again.
Yeah.
So we're cursed, and the NFL's rigged.
Ragnow and Crosby each had a holding. Joe Dahl had an illegal hands to the face, and Decker had a false start. A couple of those came and killed some drives. We had like 4th and manageable. We were going to go for it, and it knocked us out of range. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter because we won, but there are a lot of people out there saying with that win, Matt Patricia is basically back for a 4th season. I'm
really?
like, at
no
2 wins.
Way.
People are, like I said, people are going just nutty.
I wouldn't say. Let's wait till halfway through the year.
I agree. And let's talk about the upcoming games because it is the easiest part of our schedule. Next week, we are at Atlanta.
Yeah, which I'm very glad they won last game. I'm glad they beat Minnesota.
They're 1-5, and they are, in my opinion, much better than the Jacksonville Jaguars. That offense is tough to stop, and Gurley is showing flashes of Todd Gurley of old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course they're better than Jaguars, but their defense is very bad. And like I said, we have a run game now. If you can mix it up, that means we keep them off the field. I think we can outscore them. I think our offense is better than theirs, slightly.
So you're gonna take a win at Atlanta.
I'm taking a win at Atlanta. I'm taking a win
there.
Right. I mean, home games now don't matter as much as they used to. So yeah, they're at Atlanta, but it doesn't really matter where you're at this year.
Okay, I personally think we are going to lose that game. I do not think our offense is going to be able to keep up with their offense. I think we're going to get outscored in a shootout.
Really? See, I think we're a hair better on both sides.
Okay. All right.
Just a slight. I think our offense is a little bit better than theirs. I think with Galladay, Swift playing well, Hawkinson looked great again. Yep. And I think in Stafford he's still cleaning off some rust, but he's starting to look back to old form.
He looked good yesterday.
I think our offense is a little bit, at least matches their offense.
Okay.
I think we're right here. And I think their defense is real bad. And I think our defense is pretty bad. So I think our defense is a little bit higher than their defense.
All right. Well, I see what you're saying. I'm with you 100%.
We're very similar teams, too.
I'm not with you 100%. I should rephrase that. I'm not with you at all. I think it's going to be a loss.
Yeah, you went the complete opposite way.
I think it's going to be a loss. All right, the following week. So you're taking a win. I'm taking a loss. The following week, we've got the Indianapolis Colts, who are currently 4-2, boasting one of the best offensive lines in the league, a very promising running back. I mean, as far as Phillip Rivers and their receivers, I don't feel like they're clicking very much, but they do have one of the best defenses in the league.
I say another win. I think it'll be close, but I think we're going to win. Lions always beat Phillip Rivers.
Do they?
Yeah, we've beaten Phillip Rivers the past, 3 matchups with him, I think. I know we beat him last year, and I think we beat him the year before that.
All right.
I think the Lions always somehow have Philip Rivers' number. I don't know why, but that's what I've noticed. But it's always
That would
close. It's always super close and down to the wire, but we always seem to beat them. And I think it's going to happen again.
That would be a very big win.
Mm-hmm. And I would love to beat the Colts because this goofball over here that does the show with me, big Colts fan, and I want to rub it in his face. I want to dance around him, and he'll get mad, and he'll drink himself stupid out of sadness, and I'm going to keep laughing at him and blowing cigarette smoke at his face. That's what I want to do, so I need the win here.
So you're looking past Atlanta and hoping that Matt Patricia is treating Atlanta like a bye week, so he has 2 weeks to prepare for Indianapolis.
Yeah, I hope he does that again. Hey, I'll take a loss to Atlanta if we beat the Colts. I really want to beat the Colts.
All right.
I also hated Peyton Manning as a kid. Remember when I was younger?
Why?
Because he's a big nerd.
Ah!
And I used to also love Trent Green and the Chiefs. I don't know why I love Trent Green. And Peyton Manning always beat Trent Green in the playoffs, and I hated him for it.
Oh, I don't know why you like Trent Green either.
I don't know why. For some reason, I just picked him, and I was like, I'm a Trent Green guy.
All right. After Indianapolis is at Minnesota, who is 1-5.
Minnesota looks pretty bad. But division game. Jeez Louise. I think it's going to be another win.
Yeah, I feel like
we're going on a 3-win run. This is insane. Well, if it happens, though, you owe me a glass of water.
After Minnesota, too, it could be a 4-game run because we are playing Washington at home, who is 1-5.
Washington is really bad, too. We got a nice schedule.
It picks up after. It's very difficult after.
Who's after Washington?
You got at Carolina with a healthy Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
And Robbie Anderson, who has been like a top 5 receiver this year so far.
Yeah.
Then Houston.
Oh, Houston's going to kill us.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's very good. And
Houston's going to just destroy us.
They're but Carolina and Houston are both 3-3. Then we have Chicago again at Chicago. Who, I mean, their defense is playing just lights out. Yeah, then Green Bay.
Green Bay is going to
whose offense is playing lights out.
Yeah,
and then Tennessee, who's 5-0, and that is an away game, and they're letting people into their stadium, so that'll play a factor. And
wait, they're letting people in?
Oh yeah.
How many?
I don't know how many. It wasn't a full stadium, but they were definitely letting people in yesterday. I saw it.
Jeez, we're never going to get over this.
And then after Tennessee is at home against Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay will kill us.
Who is that's week 16, or I'm sorry, that's week 16. And I mean, if Tom Brady needs some time to learn an offense, as he keeps claiming that he does, by week 16 he should have a pretty firm hold on it. They're going to destroy us.
I would hope so. Not like he has much left in the tank.
And then we have at the very end of the season, the last game of the season is at home against Minnesota.
Okay. So really,
so you're saying
we lose. So I'm saying we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to Tampa Bay.
Yep.
We're gonna lose to Green Bay.
Yep.
And we're gonna lose to Houston.
And I think we're gonna lose to Tennessee.
Oh wait. Dang it, that's Tennessee. There goes my 10-6. No, I just need
You're gonna lose
losses.
We're gonna lose to Chicago. We're going to lose to Carolina.
I think we're gonna beat Carolina.
Okay.
I think because Bridgewater looked bad yesterday.
But the 3 weeks before, he looked lights out.
Yeah, but he's back. He's back to being a stinker. I think he's going to fall back into being a stinker. So I'll say Tennessee. I don't know, man. I could see us beating Tennessee.
They have great receivers, and they have a running back who is almost impossible to tackle.
I see us pulling something out of our butts.
And Ryan Tannehill's playing better than he's ever played in his career.
Yeah, I just got a feeling.
You got a feeling about week 15.
Yeah, I got a feeling about us beating Tennessee. I think we're going to lose to Houston, Tampa, Green Bay. And then everything else, we're winning. That's my wild. If I'm right, ooh, you owe me. I want like a nice glass of water.
I'll get you, if you're right about that, I'll get you like a nice gallon thermos with a handle that you can just carry around and always be hydrated. I'll get you like a brand name, like an Igloo cooler. I'll get you the same thermos that my daughter has for cheerleading, and it holds a lot of water.
Oh yeah, give me one of those. I want to be hydrated. These are my bold predictions. Very bold.
They are very bold, bordering on irresponsible. So you think we're gonna win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row, then lose to Houston, and then win against Chicago, and then lose against Green Bay, and then win against Tennessee, and then lose against Tampa Bay, and then win against Minnesota?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Hold on.
You see, Zach, I just recently, a few days ago, I just watched this movie called Moneyball. And what the A's were doing is they were losing quite a bit, and people were calling for his head. And then they went on the longest winning streak in MLB history, 20 games in a row, and nobody saw it coming because they moneyballed. Yeah, I bet we're moneyballing right now.
Yeah, Matt Patricia was very clear. He goes, before week 6, we had 10 really good quarters and 6 horrible quarters. He was just breaking it down by quarter. So that is Moneyball. That is Moneyball.
Yep. Matt Patricia he's been moneyballing since he got hired, which is why he's got such a bad record. He's just been waiting to hit the streak of numbers.
Well, that would put us at 10-6, as you said.
That's our 10-6. That's where I think it's coming from.
I legitimately think we are going to lose against Atlanta, lose against Indianapolis, lose against Carolina, lose against Houston, lose against Chicago, lose against Green Bay, lose against Tennessee, lose against Tampa Bay, and then win against Minnesota. I think we're going to lose 8.
8?
Yeah.
Good Lord. No.
I think
what?
I think we're going to go 5-11.
My God, we're worlds apart.
We must be.
Every time, if you were on that Lions team and you're like, Coach, can I get a glass of water? You'd be like, I got this one. It's half full. And you'd be like, no, it's not. It's half empty.
They haven't beat anyone. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I am not sold yet.
Cards were 3-0.
The Cards were 3-0, but Kyler Murray gave that game away. I think they looked past us to get prepared for last week's game, which they played really, really well.
Maybe, but also look at some of the quarterbacks we got coming up. Matt Ryan, I think he's fine. I don't know. Is he playing?
But think about the receivers he has.
Yeah, but Matt Ryan's fine.
They make him look good. Julio Jones.
Matt Ryan's an old man. He's fine. We can stop that guy.
Julio Jones is going to embarrass Okuda.
Now we could Phil Rivers, another old man. He's lost it. He's gassed. He's done. I'm worried about mobile quarterbacks that are great passers, and then Tom Brady. And then I think out of all those we got it's Houston, Green Bay, and Tampa.
Your argument is solid. We do not face very many elite quarterbacks the rest of the way. We face Brady.
Elite quarterbacks kill us.
We face Rodgers. We face Watson. Those are the only ones you could call.
Those are the only 3. Those are the ones I picked.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Because who destroyed us? We got destroyed by Breeze. We got destroyed by Rodgers. And Hall of Fame Mitch Trubisky. But I'm going to toss that one up to first game of the year. No preseason. They weren't ready. They didn't figure out how to hydrate yet. We could have won. We almost won. We were winning the whole time. Then we kind of got thirsty. Probably that's probably what happened. We got gassed towards the end, and Mitch Trubisky been drinking water on the sidelines the whole time. And
DeAndre Swift would have caught that ball if his hands hadn't cramped up from dehydration.
Yeah. That's what the problem was. But the ones that are cutting us up are the elites, and I think if we don't face elites, I think we can handle them.
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping. You'll see when we're doing this one next week. I'm gonna be dancing after our victory
over Atlanta. All right. Well, do you want to call a score for the Atlanta Lions game? 2-3 Lions versus the 1-5 Atlanta Falcons. who are seemingly healthy.
2-3 versus the 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
Score, let's say 31-24.
31-24. Okay, Atlanta hangs some points, and you think they're only going to score 24?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
I guess Harmon looked good back there.
I like Harmon a lot. I like Jamie Collins a lot. I like some of these guys we brought in. Don't get me wrong.
Or Awarie looked pretty good.
He played 100% of the snaps yesterday.
And he looked like there was a defense where he like poked the ball in front of the goal line.
That was a fourth down.
Yeah, that was a huge defensive play. It was a good pass. Like, the guy was going to catch it, and he's like, boop, he just poked it.
I'm very encouraged by some of these young players that we have. I'm very encouraged on the offensive side of the ball about Ragnow, Galladay, provided we pay him, Hawkinson, Swift, Decker, Jonah Jackson. I'm very excited about all of those guys. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you look at it, you got Okuda, who you have to be excited about, Aruarie, Tracy Walker, Duron Harmon, Deshaun Hand. He's shown flashes. Julian Okwara, and then Romeo Okwara has been playing terrific. There are pieces. I just think that the coach can't get the best out of them on a consistent basis.
I don't know. What I saw yesterday was those pieces coming together.
You sound a lot like you did after the Arizona game, and then the next week was New Orleans, and it was a real different tune.
That was before I figured out this elite quarterback theory I've been working on.
And also the importance of hydration.
Yeah, and the importance of hydration. Yeah, I've been in my room with a whiteboard and a science coat, just sort of like, what is the missing piece? What's the key here? And
it's 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. Eureka!
Mm-hmm. Yep. And with a dash of elite QB play.
I believe those are called electrolytes. All right. Well, let's see what happens. I don't think we'll win, but I hope I'm wrong.
All right. Well, we'll see. What's are we going to do? Let's see. What is the date for the next one? The 26th, or the second will be the following. The 25th and the 26th is on the Monday when we're going to record. Do you want to do a little, maybe we'll think about doing Halloween costumes. How about this? The loser of whoever, because I think Atlanta's going to lose and you think they're going to win, whoever has to have a Halloween costume on while they do this.
Okay. All right. I've already got it. I've already got 2 in mind.
Yeah? Okay. Yep. Yeah, you better get ready because you're going to be wearing a funny Halloween costume. You're going to eat crow. And I'm going to be like, just wait and keep counting wins. I'm
going to eat crow and wash it down with a big glass of water.
Big glass of water.
All right, buddy. Well, I will see you next week, and I really, really hope you are in a festive costume.
Yeah, how dare you?
I want the Lions to win, but I also want to see you dress up.
Yeah, well, see, that's where my idea is better.
All right.
All right. Well, till next week.
Forward down the field.
Go
Lions!